Hi everyone, Exeter Ride, I hope you're doing well. Now this week you join me at Ocean BMW. Now if you may remember, and if you've been with the channel for a little while now, I used to do quite a lot with these guys years ago. I'm talking probably about 3 years ago, over the space of 2 years. I rode many of the demo bikes like what we got on the right hand side here. So we've got the 1300 GS, the RT. It was kind of my entry to the BMW thing. Now since then, obviously I've bought my 1998 BMW R 850. I love the bike. I mean, it's got its own character, which every time it starts up, it changes character. But down here, obviously, we've got all the newer versions of it, all the bikes that I'd actually like to own. But we're just going to go in the showroom today and have a little look around and see what's in there. It's a nice showroom in there. That's one thing for sure. So yeah, come along and join me for what we have. So that brings back memories straight away. That's a CE04, which I rode. I think I was one of the first to ride it actually, back in 2022. Interesting bit of kit. Very quirky. Haven't seen any around out in the wild as yet. But yeah, bustling showroom, which will be even busier in a minute because apparently there's been a big ride out today, which Ocean BMW in Plymouth do every month. Got the service department over there as well. Little look round, have a look at the prices as well. That's the CE02. I know nothing about it. Let's have a quick look at it, shall we? So 7.5 grand, 45 kilometre range, so it's going to be a city riding bike, obviously. Again, quirky looking thing. Quirky looking back wheel as well. Motor in there, I guess that's the battery pack inside here. Quite a basic setup, really. I think it's the top speed of 30 miles an hour, I think. Yeah, that's the first one. I've heard rave reviews about this, the C400X. I believe one of my subscribers have actually got one of these. And this is like the ADV version, as I would call it. Reminds me of the Honda ADV 350 that I had for a long-term loan. But again, got all the electronics, and like I say, I think people who have ridden these have actually raved about them. So, new 1300R. Very nice bikes to ride, I hear. I might have a sit on that one actually. First thing that strikes you is the big engine there. Boxes sticking out the side. Not like the GS and the RT, you feel it a little bit more. Yeah, I do like these bikes, I really do. Best of all worlds. Feels like a proper muscle bike, like, you know, real strong. £16,300. This is with the heated handlebar grips, luggage system preparation, tyre pressure control, heated seat, and the dynamic package as well. DSA, sports brake, whatever that is, gear shift assist pro, and riding mode pro, whatever that means. Nice bike though, very, very nice. Gorgeous to ride, so I hear. F900 XR, again, that's one I rode many years ago when it was just in red. And now it's in these sporty colours. Nice sounding bike, and they are quick. But it never really grabs me, that bike. What else have we got here? So we've done that. R1300 RS. Again, I rode the 1250 from here years ago. Loved it. Thought it was an awesome bike. You in shot there? Yeah. Yeah, it's an awesome bike. I really did like this one. Stick my leg over again. Feels a bit more lumpy. You feel it a little bit more than what you do on the R1300. But still manageable. But yeah, I did enjoy this. I think actually this was one of the first boxer engine bikes I rode. And of course it was a 1250 that I rode, and I've got a video of that, but it is an old one. But it's quite good. It is quite a good video of that. It's done quite well, actually. But yeah, nice seat on it, comfortable. A lot of people mention about, I mean, I haven't felt this, but people do say that you do feel quite heavy on your wrists over the tank. I don't really feel that at all, and I didn't at the time. It feels fine to me. But it does feel a little bit more upright, to be fair, on this one than what the other one was that I rode. Maybe because it's a different model, I don't know. Either way. Works for me. Very nice. Now this is one I'm very interested in. Again, I rode the older model of this, but not the new one. Just check no one's going to trip over my camera. High seat, very high seat. What's it say here? 16,755, so it's right up there. And it's got the comfort package with heated grips, hill start control and cruise control. A lot to be said for it. This is the R12 GS, so it's a long way up. As with all these bikes, once you get up there, you're okay. Yeah, it definitely feels higher than the original version. Got the SOS button, and not even sure what some of this is actually. Information, cruise control. Yeah, still feels the same as the old one, but it does feel a lot higher. So whether this is set up a bit more for off-road, I'd imagine it'd be pretty good off-road actually, apart from the weight. Don't know what it'd be like up on the pegs, but still heavy. It is still heavy. Now soon we have the new 450 GS parallel twin coming out, which looks a nice bike. That does look very nice. I reckon that could, if we get the price point right, which I think is around 7,200, I think it is, then that should be a real good seller, I reckon. And certainly in the segment at the moment, I mean, what have we got 450 wise? We've got the Himalayan, the CF Moto, which isn't gaining traction, as well as anticipated by many in the UK. And well, it's BMW, that's one thing they are good at. When they launch a bike, it's generally available pretty quick. They don't hang around. Not sure about the exhaust on that. It looks a little bit wimpy. Could be a bit stronger maybe, look a bit better. LED headlight this time. Nearly 17 grand now. It's a lot for a bike without all the bells and whistles like some of the other bikes have. But then again, still get the shaft drive, which looks really sweet on that. I still love a Boxer. I'm a Boxer sucker, I really am. Ridden this twice now, once off-road and once on-road, so I've got a few hours on one of these, and typical GS, you just can't go wrong, can you? It's amazing how they can get such a heavy bike to handle the way it does. Mainly due to that telly lever suspension on the front, perhaps. I don't know why it is, but it is nice. I'd have one, but I think I might have an RT over this, but we'll look at one of those in a second. Yeah, typical GS, just lovely. They're just lovely bikes, no doubt about it. And again, that's what you pay for, isn't it? Oh, that's sold, that one. I didn't know it was sold. Oopsie daisy. Sorry if I just sat on your bike. That's an S1000, not ridden one of them yet. Not in too much of a rush to ride one, to be honest with you. R Sport. And then you've got the XR range as well, which is... Hello, all right?
Yeah, I'm a subscriber.
Oh, are you? Oh, nice to meet you, my friend. Thanks. Want to be on camera or no? I'll say hello. No, not bothered. That's all right. I just come down here. I'm on a day out today with friends who went down to Cornwall.
Right.
And then, what have you got then? You got Beamer? BMW?
In about a week's time. I've got a Z900 RS.
Oh, nice.
I've just bought a used one of them.
Oh, a C400.
Yeah.
Oh, I get on. Oh, excellent. Yeah, they got good reviews actually, haven't they?
They have. It's a little bit vibey compared with the inline four. Like I said, as I'm getting older, in my 70s,
Yeah.
needs must.
Yeah, and as long as it's still on two wheels, who cares? You know, it doesn't matter what you ride, does it? It's, you know, as long as you.
Just over 12 months old, and it's got 171 mile on the clock
Oh yeah.
from new. So.
Shall we have a look? Is it out there now? Is it?
You sat there now.
You right to have a look?
Yeah, you can go and have a look.
Sure. Yeah. All right.
Put me onto perhaps having a
Oh really?
maxi scoot, so you can blame you.
I've done a bit with the ADV, didn't I?
Yeah, well, I was looking at that.
So this is actually going to be yours, is it?
Once I've done the deal,
Yeah. Oh, okay. So that's still ongoing.
well, I've made my mind up. It's just getting my head round changing from that
Yeah.
to this.
Yeah, I know what you mean. But there's many bonuses to going from a RS 900 to this, though, as well, isn't there? It's going to be easier to ride, smoother, easier to pull out the garage.
And that's what I want. I wanted something lighter.
Yeah.
And this is about 15 kilos lighter than that.
Is it? If I sit on your proposed
You sit on it?
bike. So why
It's
has it
easy.
got a different colour scheme, man? It's got a different seat
They
on
call
it, don't
this, no, this is the X, this is an older model. They don't do this one anymore. This is the Sport.
they? Right.
That colour that's in the showroom is rustic.
Mm-hmm.
So they don't do this one anymore. Twin discs
Oh, really? Right.
at the front, which the ADV doesn't.
Yeah.
And you've got all the different suspension things and
Normal scooter, but with all the BMW tweaks.
yeah,
Decent screen.
just been out down to Ivy Bridge, put the heated seat on.
Oh,
I
right.
had to turn it off. Burnt me
too
bum.
hot. Yeah. You get much
And the
wind
price.
blast on the screen there, or is it all right?
You do get some. They do a touring screen, but that's fine.
Yeah.
But I'm used to riding a naked anyway.
Well, yeah, true. Yeah.
So
Oh,
it's
you've got
no
little
big
pockets
deal.
in here as well.
Yeah, you got to switch it on.
Oh, right, okay. Like I say, it's going to be a change from the Z900, but I think it'll be a nice change.
Yeah.
Back in, but yeah, good to meet you anyway.
Yeah, you too.
Steve, who are you?
Dave.
Dave. Thanks, Dave. There you go, you could be on the telly now. Thanks.
I'll look out for that.
Yeah. Right, next up is the 1300 RT LE spec. As some of you may or may not know, actually the RT was one of those bikes that absolutely blew me away back in, I think it's 2019 that I rode it. So it's the old cameras, it wasn't 4K footage or anything like that, but absolutely adore the RT. My favourite bike, hands down. So this is the 1300. I nearly rode it at the ABR festival and didn't in the end because I was late because I was doing something else. I think I was doing an interview with somebody, so I missed that boat unfortunately. But yeah, it's still a lumpy bike, but the way that these bikes handle is astonishing. It really is. Yeah, it blew me away when I rode this bike. It's one of those test rides that I'd done on the 1250, and I come back here and I thought, I don't want to be back here. I want to go down to Cornwall, or, you know, go on a nice long trip with it. So definitely one that is in my dream garage, and electronic screen as well, which is probably the best screen on the market for wind protection. Unless it's the Gold Wing, that's pretty good as well. But those two, well, sorry, this one and the Gold Wing is definitely right up there. But I just adored riding this bike. A bit sporty, I would say, with the leg position. You are up quite high, and you do feel the weight when you come to a stop. But with the handling and the tele lever suspension, which obviously stops you from diving, so even when you're doing a U-turn, and you give it a bit of, even if you do have to put the brake on a bit, then it does do a cracking job, and it keeps it stable and upright as well. So yeah, gagging to get on one of these. I love these bikes. Anyway, the thing is, the truth of it is that I don't have time to go to the dealers now, or didn't do this year, to do test rides and things, because I get the long termers from Honda and Enfield and whoever else, Triumph. So on a bike like this, you've you've got to have it for a while to do it justice. And I just can't do that. I can't do that on a day. Well, I could probably do it on a day's ride, which I probably could get one of these for a day. But maybe in time. I do have the chance of having these for long term, but I had to go and pick them up from Yorkshire. So that was a no-go, because obviously I don't make enough money on the channel to do things like that. But those screens, if you've never ridden one of these, it's one of those which I highly advise. And yes, it's a bit intimidating in the beginning, but once you get the hang of it, it's superb. Cool looking lights as well. That's a triple black version. 26,170, so it's right up there again, but there you go, it's what it is. And of course you get that massive screen with it now as well, huge. Lovely mirrors, got a radio on it. I can't think why you'd want a radio on it these days with all the headsets that you can get. I think it's got an electronic centre stand as well, which I guess you wouldn't use a lot apart from tight parking. Can't wait to have a go on one of them. Right, overall, and here we are. This is especially for the Flat Cap Cafe Racer, all the way in Idaho. Looks like we've been allocated one down here, Jerry. There you go, look. That's his favourite bike. Well, it's not his favourite bike, but it's a bike that he was considering buying until there was allocation issues with his local dealer. So this is the R12S, £18,500. Beautiful looking bike, lovely looking tank, nice and smooth, stunning. Very, very nice looking bike. One of those bikes that you look at, it's just a real one-off. Single-sided swing arm as normal, spoked rims, double exhaust pipe there. I think it's 1200, I'm pretty sure of it. 35 monthly payments of £279, and it could be yours. Here we have the famous K1600 GT SE model. So that is, I believe it's a 6-cylinder, if I remember correctly. Yeah, 6-cylinder. So this is kind of, I would say it's probably having a go at the Goldwing, maybe. I suppose the Goldwing's different, isn't it? Goldwing bagger, maybe, but either way, it's a similar sort of engine setup, but not horizontally opposed. Again, it'll be a real good mile muncher. Yes, this is 24.5 grand. I'm expecting this to be a bit of a lump, and it is. Yeah, that is quite heavy. Unless you're doing big motorway miles, then it's not something which I would probably buy. I'd probably go for the RT, but then again, I haven't ridden one of these yet. So we'll have to put that right, won't we? Leg position, it's actually more comfortable than the RT, I think. Panniers, 1600cc as a power as well. So yeah, it's not really jumping out at me, but I have heard a lot of good reports about these. People who have them do love them. And out here we have the second-hand section. So there's a BMW R12, so obviously that's going to be ex-demo, I'd imagine. It's a cool looking bike. It looks really fun. You know, some bikes look fun, don't they? And that looks fun. Would you want to take a 15 grand bike off-road and flick stones all over it and drop it? Not so sure about that. I don't think I would. I think, yeah, I'd be gutted if I dropped that. But there you go. Got 1300 GS there, that's a trophy version. And here we have a sold bike, a beautiful R18. Now, this is one of those bikes, it's conflicting because I'm not actually going to sit on this because it's somebody else's bike, but it's one of those bikes that if you're a boxer fan, then these will give you an experience like nothing else. It is hard on the back, you do skip over speed bumps, you know, suspension's near non-existent on the back anyway. I'm not even sure it's got suspension, it must have. Anyway, either way, it's quite an experience to ride one of these. And a Boxer engine that is 1800 cc is just, it's such an experience. One of those bikes that rides like nothing else. I mean, look at that, look. Look how much they stick out on the side there. Awesome, awesome things, though. Awesome to ride. I love them. But it is one of those bikes that... it's huge, isn't it? It is one of those bikes I'd only have if I was absolutely minted. Got some Hondas here as well. NT 1100. It's DCT one, that one. I might take a photo of that for my mate Mark in a minute. No, look at this. Look at that. What a beauty. That is an R1250 RS SE spec. And I say it's only £11,800, but you know what I mean. For a BMW, that isn't bad, is it? So single-sided swing arm. The only thing that is a little bit bulky is that exhaust. But anyway, we'll kind of ignore that for now. Centre stand. Lovely to ride again. I think we'll have a little sit on it. Even I'm looking at this thinking, oh, if I could get rid of all my bikes, I still couldn't afford it anyway. But, oh, that's nice. That feels really light. Yeah, again, a beautiful bike. I do feel over the bar. Now, this is the thing. What I was saying about that 1300 out there, I didn't feel over the bars. I think that had higher bars, whereas this one, I am definitely over the tank a lot more. Let's put the camera in a better place so you can see that. So, with the new one, the 1300, for whatever reason, maybe it's an add-on, I don't know, but I was up here, I was about here, which is fine. But here is how I remember it when I rode it in 2019, 2020, whenever it was. I'm definitely over the bars. I do feel a bit more weight on here. So I like the new 1300 more for that reason, that the bars are up, but that's just a matter of getting bar extenders and that. Yeah, it definitely feels lighter than what I remember it. Anyway, it's a long time ago, I guess. Yeah, so I've got cruise control and all the suspension settings and all that. Lovely looking bike, beautiful. I really like the look of that bike. So it's a GS basically, in the GS 1250 in a road format, isn't it? 13.3 thousand miles and well, just under 12 grand. Some of the R NineTs and the new R12s. As you can see, the R NineTs generally look a bit bigger than what the R12s do, don't they? Again, beautiful looking bikes. Really, really nice. A couple Indians as well. Indian Dark Horse. Another YouTuber friend of mine had some of these Indians, and yeah, he got rid of his. 28 grand nearly. Jeez. Yeah. Anyway, apart from that, Plymouth Ocean BMW. It's a nice place. It's a really good showroom. Plenty to look at, and even in the second-hand version, as you can see, there's plenty to look at. They also have Triumph downstairs as well now, which is a new franchise that they've got. But overall, it's a nice looking showroom. And nice to meet Dave as well. Hopefully he'll get his new purchase, his new scooter at some point. And then we'll sort of take it from there. But yeah, if you're down this way, it is well worth having a look round. As you can see, there's lots of nice bikes to see. Eye candy for any motorcyclist. I think I pretty much covered all I need to there. So, yeah. Apart from that, I hopefully I might be down here one day to buy an RT, but I will try and do more BMW content next year. It's just a matter of time and, well, time really, more than anything else. Certainly now I've got a proper job. It's boring, I tell you, having a proper job, but there you go. Needs must, bills to pay and all that. Thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that, and give the video a like, would be much appreciated, and I'll see you next week. Same time as normal, Sunday at 5 p.m. Thanks to Ocean BMW for letting me film this as well. Cheerio, guys.